Hi, crafty friends. I'm Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and today we are finishing our right hand page of Layout 2 from Keeping Traditions Scrapbook Reading Workshop Kit. I have already prepped my pages, other than I am going to do a separate video for our Color My Story Monday for this coming Monday's episode of how I am going to color in these little leaves. So without further ado, I am going to go straight to the assemble. I have already done most of the prepared for both pages, other than I cut as I go, and I'm going to do the coloring later. Okay, so I'm using the Secret Sea striped base with the pretty flowers. Then it says to adhere 2E, the prepared narrow Secret Sea sticker. Okay, so this is 2E. Yeah, so I am going to adhere it towards the bottom. Basically, all I'm doing is following the instructions with mild adjustments for what I want to do. And then once I'm done, I will add my journaling off screen. But this is really a fun, easy way to get a layout done. Okay. So now it says to use this skinny little stripy stripes. I'm going to go ahead and attach that. And once I've got it in place, I will grab my snips and trim off the extra. You see, it goes over by a little bit, but I could have taken a ruler, but instead I'm just going to go ahead and do it just like I did. No fuss, no muss. Okay. Next it says to attach 2F, which is this beautiful, beautiful red. This particular layout is the holiday photos of my grandchildren. I'm wrapping up 2025 this month for the most part. Okay, now I am going to build up these scallops. And again, I am going to just pretty much eyeball this, I think. Might make this easier on myself. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I want to be able to butt the top one up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start layering these on top of each other. And see how it works, okay? There probably is no real rhyme or reason on how to make this perfect or ideal, but I'm going to make an honest go of this, okay? Whoops. And see how I get this put together. Yeah, kind of wiggling this up a lot, and I'm not loving that. Okay, so we're gonna grab my silicone mat so I have something to attach with, potentially. This suggests, let's see here. When in doubt, read the instructions, right? Use the multi-purpose liquid glue to adhere the scallops. To get proper placement, adhere the top old olive scallop first and work your way down, layering each scallop under the one above it. Okay, to adhere the scallops, run a thin bead of glue on the back side along the top. Don't adhere the sides and bottoms of the scallops or you won't be able to layer them. Okay, so I guess that's what we'll do. We're going ahead and start with the olive green plaid. We'll use our handy dandy liquid glue. I'm using the fatter side, the blunt end, because of how wide I want that. Okay, so we're going to eyeball that on and butt that up, just like so. Next one is this fun little checkery look. And we're just going to layer this up and see how it goes, because I'm not positive how I'm doing this. And you're along for the ride. It's one of the great things of doing this live. Let me turn this around because I tend to do better when I pull towards myself than push. Okay. I'm going to start that tuck in like so. And I'm going to say this is a harder look than I typically would do, because I am not generally one to do a reverse layering. I find that it's harder, but I think it's going to give a really pretty look. So I'm game to give it a go. Now, we're gonna, I think I'm making a mess of it. That's my thinking. And it says to use this glue, but I am making a sticky mess. And I'm going to shift back to my tried and true tape runner. But I am going to follow its suggestion of how to do the layering. Okay. So, because I'm finding that the liquid glue, I am catching it on those tips and making it stick to itself. There we go. And I actually did a little tear there, which makes me a little sad, but that will ultimately be okay because I am putting something over it. So nobody will see, right? I already put my adhesive tape runner on the next piece, which is that pretty lavendery pink. Like so. Get that going under. Oh yeah, now it's starting to come together. Then we will do the last of the scallops. Kind of harder than I thought this would be, just because of the way that the layering goes. I think that if I were to do this again, I would maybe measure it out and adhere it to a base that then could butt up to that trim. But the look is really, really visually fun. Just like so. Okay. Whew. Now it says it here, prepared 2G and 2H, which is my photos. And see, that's how I'm going to cover up that little bit of a tear that I did because of the sticky liquid glue. Now it should just come together pretty easy and smooth. Like so. Then I think that this should go higher, but that's okay. We'll get there. At this point, I'm just eyeballing it, and it's been a very long week, y'all. So be patient with me. It will be fine, but I am really kind of wore out. Okay. And at this point, I'm literally just eyeballing until I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Okay. Oh, yay. We did it, folks. Okay. Now it's just attaching our loose baubles and getting them all tacked down the way I want it. So in the way that this came, this should be going here. I don't want it there. I'm going to bring it down, right? Because honestly, the desk where my granddaughter was calling Santa, truly, I don't need it to be all covered up or not, you know? So we're going to move things around a little bit, but not a lot. And we're going to pull a sticker to go on this arrow, like so. And then we're going to attach Deck the Halls up here, because I still like that up there. And I'm going to use some dimensionals, because this is, other than the scallops, which are pretty busy visually as far as a fun texture, there isn't a ton of elevation on this, so we're just adding that visual dimension by adding these to the back to lift it up. Then we will add the fa la la and Home for the Holidays and all of that. So I like that. And then we're going to just use the tape runner for this. I'm not adding a bunch of dimensionals on this side because of these scallops. I want them to carry the show. Okay, we're going to do Home for the Holidays. And this one, I am going to go on ahead and add a dimensional on this end. Just a mini one. Just like so. Because the height of all of this layering, by the time I get over here, it kind of slopes down. So I decided I wanted that extra flow, so to speak. And then these two flowers I'm going to also attach with dimensionals. and 2. Before I take the backing off, I'm going to debate. I could put these down here, which might be really good, but I already have the flowers here. So I think I am going to put them up here. If you can see, that'll help give some lift. So we're gonna, oh yeah, see, it pulls the flowers from down here in that scalloped piece and the flowers in the package and all the way up here, and added some really nice splash of color right there. Kind of makes me wish I'd put this over here instead. But I've already, well, let's see if I can easily remove it. No, it's stuck. I've adhered it too well. So it can stay right there. There we go. Yeah, hindsight being 2020, I wish that I'd put this up here pointed that way, but I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I am going to color some of these leaves with a fun old olive and wink of Stella technique. But for today, let's go on ahead and add just a little bit of extra bling right there on the stamens of the poinsettias and the snowflower. And that completes today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm hoping that I've been inspiring you even through mix-ups, mess-ups, and slowdowns. So I am going to lift that up, let you see the 2 pages together, and until next time, crafty friends, find your joy and keep on crafting.